Even when I fall your hand, you still there hold my hand. Lover of my soul, you know that break my heart. I'll sing about your mercy, sing about your grace. Now you the bust my brain every night and day. Daddy, way the pamper, Daddy, way the bless. Forever you're my father, now you they give me rest. When I look around, I see your faithfulness. I bow down on my knees, 'cause now you will be the best. Hey loves, welcome back to our channel and thank you for clicking this video. You will click this video, you watching me. Yes, you watching me. God bless you. In fact, you're already blessed. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and those of you who are returning, thank you so much for coming back to watch my videos. So in today's video, I'm going to be gisting you guys. You guys like gossip. You guys on this channel like gist. You like to know, as in you guys are nosy. Anyways, I'm here for it. So I'm here to gist you guys about how this guy dumped me, a baby girl, because I was being who I am. If you're interested in that story and you want to know all about the tea, grab your popcorn, grab some juice, because it's gonna get lit. I say lit. Without wasting so much of your time, let's dive right into this video. So how it started was I met this guy at a wedding. A subscriber contacted me to vlog her weddings, both the council, the traditional, and the white wedding. So I went to council. The traditional and the council was on the same day, and the next day was the white. So I went to council, vlogged the council wedding, and then I had to go earlier than what was stated on the wedding invitation, because I wanted to vlog the whole cooking process of the traditional wedding, and all of that vibe. So I went the way earlier. I think the wedding was supposed to start by 3 p.m. Yeah, but the wedding ended up starting by 12 midnight. Yes, fam. That's a whole different story on what happened and what did not happen, why the wedding started super late. But anyway, so I had to sit there waiting for the wedding proper to start. And because I went there way earlier, because I wanted to vlog the cooking process, I had so much time there than all the regular guests. So I sat there. I didn't want to manipulate my phone. I didn't want to, run down the battery of my phone, so that when the wedding proper starts, I still have battery to vlog. I mean, I was paid to vlog, so I did not want to take that risk. That was it. And I was just sitting there really bored for over 6 hours. Nobody to talk to. I was tired. I was hungry. I had not eaten since morning that I left for the council. But I was just everything. Like, I was not myself. Really. So I just started not talking to anybody, and this guy was sitting on my table, fam. And then he brought up a conversation with me. Fam, I was not in the mood to have any conversation. Like, I was not in the mood to start talking. I was just tired. I just wanted the wedding to happen. Let me just vlog and go and rest at home. So the highest thing I could do was to laugh. Like, that's my default setting. Like, when I don't want to say anything, or when I don't have anything to say, I laugh or I smile. So that's me, my default setting. So I went to default setting and I was just smiling. So he was talking and I was just smiling, like, I don't know, that's highest I will say one word, and I will smile or laugh. So eventually we didn't have a conversation. So the wedding came and passed. Thanks be to God, it happened. And the next day was white wedding, right? White wedding, I woke up refreshed, happier, and I was more alive for that white wedding. So I don't know if it was coincidentally or what. Me and this guy sat on the same table again for the white wedding reception. And he was one who recognized me and made me out. He was like, oh, I remember you. You're that girl of yesterday who was vlogging or recording the entire process. And I was like, oh, you're the guy who was on my table. So we sat there and we started talking, because I was more in the mood of having a conversation. So the wedding again started super late. But this time around, I wasn't under any pressure. I was more relaxed, so I could start a conversation with him and continue the conversation. We're talking and laughing, and it felt like we were besties or we're really close friends, tatats, something like that. So I don't know if that was what got into his head, and he felt like, oh, this girl is really feeling me. Like he had no idea that was just me. Like I would laugh with anybody. So he now called me out and told me, oh, he's about going. Do I mind us exchanging numbers? And I was like, okay, fine. There is no harm in exchanging numbers. Wow. We have talked and we're acquaintances by then, so there's really no harm. I gave him my number. I took his number. And he told me he's based in Douala. He's not from Limbe. He just came from Douala for this wedding. And in my head, I'm like, thank you, Jehovah. Like, thank you, God, you're based out of town. I don't want the situation where if you're in Limbe, you'll be, are you free? Let's hang out. Are you free? Let's hang out. And I'll start having to make excuses. So I knew we're towns apart. We're not going to see ourselves. The highest we could do was to talk on phone. Fam. Then he told me he was coming to Limbe one day to come and see. I don't know if his uncle or his somebody, but I forgot him. But he told me he will eventually come and see me by the time he's done whatever he's coming to do in Limbe. And I was like, okay, there is no harm in seeing you. This is where the real story started. That story I was just giving you guys, it was just a background, like for you to understand the level we're at before this incident or these things started unfolding. So I went and met him there, and when I just want to rush and see somebody, I just throw a free gown on and I'm off. So this guy saw me, we talked and for a bit, and he left. Like 2 weeks after, he told me again, oh, he's coming to Limbe, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, no harm. But I think I was still dressed in something that resembles a free gown, like something like that. I cannot remember exactly. Then he spoke and he left. The third time this guy came to Limbe to see me, I was dressed. I was well dressed. The third time I was well dressed. I think I had to go somewhere, or I was from somewhere. I cannot remember exactly, but I was well dressed, put together, done my makeup, looking nice, So this guy saw me and he was like, wow, you look nice. I said, thank you. And then this guy left, only for him to go on phone family members. He did not even have the liver to tell me in front of me. He did not have the liver to tell. Okay, I think I was from church that day. It was a Sunday. Yes, I was from church. Yes, now I remember. Before then, family members, like I forgot. Before then, he had told me, oh, the day he was taking my number, he told me, oh, I look like a nice girl. I'm from Southwest. He has always wanted to marry a Southwest girl. What did he say? Oh, he wants to get married at this age. He works at the poor. So he was like, at this age, he's financially stable, he has a house, The next automatic thing for him is to get married. He was 30 something, I've forgotten exactly. So that was what he told me then. Just for him to leave that day, after coming to see me the third time, and this guy was telling me on phone. Elomo, Carol, I've suffered. Like, I've really suffered. When I think of this story, I'm like, hey God, God, are you seeing your daughter? This guy told me, oh, when he saw me at the wedding, I was really looking nice. I wore a long gown that had a slit. So he told me, oh, and I was on heels, but I didn't do makeup even for that wedding. Like, I was just too tired to do makeup. So he told me, oh, I was really looking nice. Like, all the times he saw me for the wedding, traditional and white wedding, I did not do makeup for both of the weddings, but I was well dressed. He told me, oh, I was really looking nice. And him seeing me on that third day was the first time he was actually seeing me with makeup. He was like, oh, I'm such a beautiful girl. And he asked me who did my makeup. I was like, I was all doing my makeup. He was like, oh my God, so I know how to do makeup. I'm like the perfect wife idea he had in his head. I went to church. He shows I'm a church girl. I don't only focus on going to church and not looking nice. I know how to take care of my physical appearance, and you know that I'm the complete package. Fam, that was how this guy told me. He told me that, but he has just one problem. I'm just his exact wife he wants, like everything. Like, he has just one problem with me. And I'm like, what? His only problem with me is that I do not expose so much skin. Fam, when that guy told me, I was like, hey God, my father, are you seeing what your daughter is going through? Hey, I could not believe he actually said that. Like, a guy of 30 something, you should be more mature to alter those kind of words. He now told me, oh, he likes a girl who wears short things. And he was expecting that the first time he told me he was coming to see me in Limbe, I would have worn a short gown to attract him so that he should see my legs, he should see my laps, and then I should show a little bit of breast, I should show cleavage, and he likes to see those things. This is how I was talking. I was feeling embarrassed on his behalf. While he was talking, I was just feeling really embarrassed. Like, is it an adult saying this thing? Like, this is what a 16-year-old Moliko boy who just entered the university and his head is hot. This is how he should be seen live. Not you telling me that I should be dressed as a each time I'm coming to see you. Like, does that even make sense? Not even in private, but in public, I should be dressed as a what? For who? For who? Or just those things he said about me wanting me to expose so much skin. I could just see where his mind was at. Like, men are visual beings, don't get me wrong. I understand the fact that men are visual beings. They see it and they want it, like, right? Every average man will always see a fine girl and admire, right? But the fact that you tell me to be dressing as because you want to be seeing things, I should leave my father's house. You called me that you were at your uncle's house at SS Quarter, so I should leave my father's house dressed as coming to your uncle's house because of it was at that point that I realized what they were saying, that age no be sense, right? The fact that you are a certain age does not guarantee the fact that you will have common sense, because that was a major turn off for me. Like, I was like, that means where your brain is at, you can even have a conversation, because if you're not matured enough to see certain things in a certain kind of light, it means me and you can even have a conversation, fam. And I was just listening to the rubbish that was coming out from his mouth. You know this meme that they say you just open your mouth and spill out rubbish? That was what that guy was doing. He was just spilling out rubbish. And then he spoke and told me that, oh, can I do that for him? I said, do what? Am I not seeing the way these girls are slaying nowadays? Like, if I don't slay like that, he's saying, Douala. That's why I know the way Francophone girls dress. Do I know the way Francophone girls slay? That if he does not see those things in me, he will be tempted to look at a Francophone girl and he'll be tempted to cheat. Fuck, we're not dating. We were not even dating. I was not even attracted to him like that to even begin with. So him even having the guts to tell me that when we're not even dating, I did not even like him like that, I was just like, wow, it's a courage for me, fam. So I just said, okay, that was the highest I could do. Like, that okay for me was just like, boy, bye, peace out, like, bye, don't text me, don't call me, because obviously my values and your values do not align, so there is no point, don't text me. He now said, if I don't want to change, this thing cannot go, he's going to leave me. In my head, I'm like, who are you? Hey, who are you to tell me that you're going to leave me and I should shake? Like, I don't even like you, and you're threatening me that if I don't dress like that, you're going to leave me. Fam, you're an acquaintance, it's you who is telling me this. Fam, that was how we stopped communication. Moral of the story, right? You guys know me that every story time I come and tell you, at the end of that story time, there must be a lesson I'm trying to pass across. Moral of this story, which I'm trying to pass across, is this thing that the people say, do not bring down your standards for a man. That was the case for me. Like, do not dare bring down your standards. If you have your principles and values that are so important to you and you hold so dear to your heart, if somebody comes and tell you, oh, you should do this, and you have a strong conviction that you are not supposed to do that, or that thing is wrong, don't do it. Don't lower your standard basically for a man. If he really is your own, he will not even tell you to do that. And even if he wants you to do that and you don't want to do it, he'll probably understand with you, right? If I was the kind of girl who was desperate for a husband, if I may say, I would have said, oh, this guy looks like the perfect picture of a husband. He's well put together. He works at the poor. Family members, we know that people working at the poor have money. He told me he's the worth of the poor. So yeah, I was actually making some good money. I had seen his house on video call. His house was quite comfortable. And he looked like, oh God, though, the perfect one. But I don't know why. I was not just feeling him like that. So if I was the kind of person who was desperate to get married, eventually, once that guy said out that, hey, my husband has said I should start doing this, let me start doing it before I lose this guy. If I lose this guy, how am I going to be sure that I'm going to find another guy in this 21st century that seeing a young man who earns legit money, not a scammer, he has a legit job, it's like they're asking you to see something which is impossible. It's so difficult. So all those things would have crept in my mind, and I'll be like, let me just hold this one that I've seen because I'm not sure when I'm going to see the next one. But fam, I was so on board that I knew that was not the will of God for me. As in, I cannot be struggling to promote kingdom business and you are struggling to bring me into the world. Like, what was that? We're unequally yoked practically. Like, and do not think that, oh, this one is the perfect husband for you. If he goes the way, you're not going to see another person who is perfect. Let nobody make you do something you're not comfortable with. If you know you're not comfortable with something, do not go ahead to do it to please a man. Don't do it, because if he wants to leave you, he'll leave you. If the dollar goes on to take him from you, they'll take it from you, and you'll be the one feeling like, why did you even have to go out of your way like that? It's not even worth it. For who? For who? If Jesus Christ has said, let's move this part, and that person is saying, let's move this part, which are you sure that is going to end well? Which one are you sure? The one that Jesus Christ said you should follow, or the one that another random human being who does not know his left from his right in this world is telling you to follow? Definitely not. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the story time. I've come to the end of it. Please make sure, if you have not even subscribed, what? So you listen to all these gists without subscribing. You were drinking juice and eating popcorn without subscribing. Please make sure you subscribe, okay? Subscribe, and I'm definitely going to see you on my next one, unfailingly by the help of God. Please give this video a thumbs up. I know you guys love gists. Give it a thumbs up, and I'm going to see you on my next one. Bye.